Chat, money, got me in my feelings. Got it. Hey Stallions, it's Miss Braun. Just had to give you some Drake this morning because we're talking about feelings. And I know a lot of you sometimes think, oh, what an awkward topic. Let's avoid that, but let's not, because I think it's super important to acknowledge, because I think that solves a lot of problems rather than stuffing them down. So on those days where you're feeling some kind of way, I have them too, kind of having one right now. We are going to work on identifying what that some kind of way is. Okay, because if you acknowledge it, then you can take a step to work on it. So feelings, some of you catch them, some of you ignore them, you can get hit in them, and all kinds of things. And of course, there's plenty of memes about feelings. And a lot of the time we joke about them because it's a big topic to acknowledge. And laughing it off is easier than digging deep and feeling what you feel. However, I want us all to work on acknowledging the feels, because I think we all have a ton of them right now, because this time is crazy and you're dealing with the transition to high school, new teachers, new classes, new friends, along with the pandemic, along with the world going crazy. And I think the more we can identify, like, hey, I'm feeling this, the more we can support each other. So my big thing about feelings is just say it out loud. A lot of the time we end up just feeling off or frustrated or joyful, whatever it may be, but we don't really know why or what we're feeling. And that can lead us to act however. You might punch a locker, you might run up and hug a friend, you might yell at a teacher. And those things, hug your friend, sure, but the other two, not so much. However, if you can look at that and say, oh, I'm feeling angry that blank, 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 that's going to get you a lot further than yelling at a teacher. So if we can practice that skill, I guarantee that will keep you out of trouble and get you a lot further in life. So an example for me, I like to joke around. I like to use memes all the time. And this week, I've just been saying, I feel really salty. Okay. And I hope you've seen this meme, Salt Bay. It's kind of old, but hopefully you've seen it. And I realized, okay, people laugh, but that doesn't really get my feeling out there and doesn't allow me to really pick it apart and understand what I'm feeling so I can take steps to help how I'm feeling. So instead of salty, I have to realize, okay, what exactly am I trying to say? So I sit down, reflect, and I say, okay, I'm feeling frustrated because I can't see my students. And I think that's putting me in a bad mood. Okay, well, that has a lot more action we can take rather than salty. Okay? So even though you might just say, I feel blank, you can always go deeper with that. And the more you can put your finger on exactly what you're feeling, the more you can do with it. Woo, sorry. Let me go back. So this giant wheel, and I'm not expecting you to memorize all these words. However, if you can't put your finger on what you're feeling and you just feel some kind of way, look at this. And this would also be a good hack in English class and get you extra points for using like huge words. So in the center here, we have basic emotions. I feel mad. I feel sad. I feel happy. Okay, those are really basic ones. But if you go out into the second layer of the wheel, that gives you more ways to describe that feeling. Why am I feeling mad? Or how mad am I? And I realized, oh, well, really, instead of being mad, it is kind of a hurt feeling. Wow, I didn't, in that case, you did some deep reflection, like did some psychology on yourself. Or if I'm sad, which I kind of feel today, what is behind that? Am I guilty about something? No. Ashamed? No. Lonely kind of fits it because I really miss having students and seeing them and laughing with them. So I think I feel kind of lonely. So in this case, we went from I feel salty to I'm feeling lonely. And you can process lonely a lot more than salty. And also, if you approach an issue with these more descriptive words, that can really get to the root of the issue, whether it's with a parent, guardian, friend, teacher, administrator, whoever. If you can come to them instead of be like, I'm pissed, if you can say, I'm feeling kind of hostile because blah, 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 blah. Or if you're feeling rejected, that's going to help you a lot more than just going off on someone. So I don't want to say like we would say to little kids, but use your words. Okay, and really just sitting down, taking a minute, whether that's walking away from a situation or taking a moment to walk to the bathroom or go get a drink of water, stepping away from that situation and really looking at what exactly am I feeling and can I put a name on it? That is going to allow you to solve what you're feeling so much more easily. And I have even more of a hack to help you identify their feelings. So in grad school, when I was learning to be a counselor, this blew my mind. So they said, even though there's all these adjectives out there for feelings, and like we saw that wheel, there's a ton of different things you can feel. They said there are really only 3 basic emotions, and everything else grows from there. Happy, sad, scared. They say that every other feeling comes down to those, even anger. So if you're feeling super frustrated at something, next time you feel that way, take a pause and just toss around the words sad or scared in your head and see if one of those fits. Because they're saying anger isn't just a basic emotion, it's coming from something else. And they say most of the time, it's because you're sad or scared. But, right, it doesn't feel great to admit those things to yourself or heck no to other people. So it's easier to get mad because that's easier to express, right? You can defend that easier. But really opening up and being vulnerable and saying like, okay, I got super pissed in class when the teacher said something about my grade. And that anger came from me being sad because I felt like I wasn't good enough. Happy, the other emotion, pretty basic. You're good, you're joyful, something great is happening. So really, I find that it's those negative or confusing emotions that need a little bit more digging. And the more we do that, the higher you get on the emotional intelligence scale. And that's just really going to help you in life and English class, because I can guarantee if you bump up some of your adjectives and descriptors of things with these feeling words, get you some extra points. So your next step, I just wanted to get my thoughts out on this topic, but now you are going to go under the modules in this Canvas class to the Counseling Lesson 2 Feelings module, and you're going to go through a Nearpod, I had to learn what that was, lesson about emotional intelligence and identifying your feelings. And it's a little more interactive than lessons we've done before. So hopefully that works for you all. So go ahead and complete that now. And then later this week and next week, I will be coming into your advisory classes, as long as we stay at school, to talk about this further. So I will talk to you all soon. Bye.